Hello everyone, I am JayWifi and welcome to my first ever review. This week's cartoon review will be about Steven Universe, a show currently airing on Cartoon Network created by Rebecca Sugar. In my review, I will talk about the plot, soundtrack, and conclude with my final thoughts on the show. I will also refrain from saying any spoilers just in case any of you would like to watch the show. Without further ado, let's begin. Steven Universe is about a boy named Steven Universe who lives with the three crystal gems, Garnet, Amethyst, and Pearl, who vow to protect the planet Earth. Besides the crystal gems, Steven's father Greg helps whenever he can with Steven's adventures while living out of a van. Steven is part of the crystal gems because his mother, Rose Quartz, was once a part of the group, but gave up her physical form to create Steven. This resulted in Steven becoming half human, half gem. And even though Steven is only a child, he holds tremendous untapped power. The soundtrack of Steven Universe is one of the best soundtracks I've ever heard from cartoons. A lot of musical genres are covered in this cartoon, from classical to even dubstep, even with a few songs leaving you with reminiscence of old school RPG themes. Every song manages to capture the pure essence of every scene perfectly, whether it might be an exciting battle or a deep emotional scene. If there is any cartoon that you should watch just for the amazing music, it would be this one. Now, these are my final thoughts. I can honestly say that Steven Universe was a cartoon that took me by surprise when I first watched it. I figured, man, it's just another weird show on Cartoon Network. How good is it going to be? I watched Cartoon Network all throughout the years since I was a child, and I've seen some amazing and not so amazing shows. Back when I was a child, the channel had an amazing lineup full of cartoons that made a lasting impact on many people, even still today, such as Ed and Eddie, Courage the Cowardly Dog. Those were classics. However, after the channel's golden age shows were finished and were canceled, less desirable shows were put on that pushed people away. The last couple of years haven't really been that great. After this time, it seemed kind of hard to get back into the channel since the last recent shows had tarnished my view on Cartoon Network. Aside from my prejudgment, though, I decided to watch Steven Universe once in a while whenever it came on. As a child, gemstones fascinated me, so when I heard Steven Universe was all about gems, I began to watch all the episodes despite it looking like just another stupid cartoon. I was godly proved wrong, though, for when I watched it, the story was very engaging, the characters were very likable, and everything had a deeper story to it. Not to mention, this show makes so many references to the previous episodes. You know that one little thing that you saw in the background a couple episodes ago? We have an entire episode dedicated to it now. It's awesome. Also, for gamers, there are a couple of references that could be found to old school video games. For example, in the episode Onion Trade, Steven is upset because the toy machine at the local arcade won't give him Ranger Guy, a toy action figure that he wants from the Guy action figure series. If you look more carefully into this, you could see it's an homage to Mega Man, as every boss in the game has man at the end of the names. On a bigger perspective, though, however, Steven Universe finally brings something back that has been long lost from many cartoons on Cartoon Network, and that was the story. Many recent cartoons on the channel have been about being random and having like stupid butt jokes and everything else, and it's just cheesy humor. But this cartoon is amazing because not only does it have a childish charm to it, it also has really deep, emotional, driving episodes as well. There's a lot of plot to this. You could clearly see this because from the beginning of the show, Steven is nothing but an innocent child, and at the very end of season 1, you could see him starting to grow into a responsible hero. And this show does not have a single dull dull moment to it. That's why I love it. But definitely, I highly suggest everyone should watch this cartoon whenever it comes on. And if you really support it, buy the merchandise from the people who make it, because they run off of sales. And if you enjoy the show as much as I do, I highly doubt you want to see it go off the air. Um, but in conclusion, I believe this is a very nice step forward for Cartoon Network, and I hope to see many more great shows to come. But this concludes the end of my cartoon review. If you enjoyed my review and would like to see more soon to come, click the subscribe button. Click the subscribe button below. Every little bit helps, and I would very much appreciate it. I hope to see you all very soon. Bye bye.